Yo, Hungerbug Gaming here, and today we're going to be talking about what needs to change about Destiny 2. Because face it, a lot needs to change. Every YouTuber and their dog is making a video on what needs to change about Destiny 2. Encooch, Dado, Grenader Jake, Enraged Cinema, Sir Demetrius, Slayerage, just to name a few. Every YouTuber is making videos on this because it's such an important topic and there's so much potential being missed in Destiny 2. Today we're going to be breaking down a lot of those videos to get a sense of what the community really wants for the game and to make it overall funner for everyone. Anyway, let's get right into it.
I've been trying to figure out how to make this video, and I think this is something that every other YouTuber and content creator that covers Destiny is having a problem with, right? It's like you're having to, like, say your ex-girlfriend is better than your new one, and that's a bitch, because you done moved the fuck on. But today, I'm here to say she puts out more than Destiny 2 does. Yes, Destiny 1, in my eyes, in terms of PvP, felt better.
In this video, he's solely talking about PvP, not PvE. There's a lot of controversy between the Destiny 1 Crucible and the Destiny 2 version, and personally, I'm on the Destiny 1 side. Why would you take away more options and fun game types? He then goes on to list all the problems he's found with the new Destiny 2 Crucible.
Slower superchargers, 4v4 only modes, no vote up options for game types, terrible networking aka hybrid servers. Walls don't exist, and there also is no connection bars showing whether or not the person you're facing is lagging or you're just actually missing your shots. Solo players matching stacked teams never playing competitive never feeling competitive due to players leaving mid-game. Time to kill extended, enemies spawning literally next to you. It is actually more advantageous to die and spawn to get the flank rather than trying to flank. Killing is not about how well you can engage anymore, but how often you disengage and wait for backup, which isn't that long. The best time to kill weapon is a sidearm. It can kill 3 people without even reloading. All other sidearms struggle to kill 2 in one mag and have a 15 to 20% slower time to kill. Auto rifles can outgun scouts in scout rifle range. Grenade launchers are dick, and rockets are the easiest weapon to get a pick with. They both exist in the same slot. AoE grenades, fireboats, and arc boats have a faster cooldown than all other grenades. Strikers can hold 2 pulse grenades, making everyone shit a grenade out upon death to at least get a trade. The weapons with the best time to kill literally require you to just hold the fire trigger, while weapons with the biggest skill gap have an RNG factor called bloom, aka hand cannons. Most if not all Crucible games go to time rather than score if you're not getting pup stomped. In Trials we still have DDoSing, Bungie errors, and phantom kicks to orbit, giving your team a loss. Pre-firing is the new meta, as well as playing literally on top of your teammates. Playmaking is only possible under these conditions. Do you have power weapon? Do you have your super? Can you ability spam, or are you facing potatoes? No more Titan skating. There's a radar cooldown now whenever you aim in and out of your sights. Radar can also pick you up from a mile away, making flanking even harder. PvE players blaming PvP players for the lackluster PvE, when in reality we ask for very simple things for Destiny 2. Removal of one-hit kill abilities, shoulder charge and sticky nades, slower time to kill on sidearms, and removal of regenerating special weapons, aka Icebreaker.
Well, that was a mouthful, but I agree. I've had way more fun in the Destiny 1 Crucible than I've had so far in Destiny 2. Agree or disagree? Let me know in the comments. Next, let's take a look at Dado.
The end game. The end game is the new talk of the town, and now that I've gotten the time to experience the end game in much more detail, I figured it's time to probably talk about it. Exotics, something I have not gotten to discuss since game launch, but something I've talked about many times in the past. Guns, guns, guns. That's what Destiny 2 needs right now. It's way more guns. Maybe. Maybe not.
Dado, the god of optimal DPS, blue quality sparrows, and knowing just about everything there is to know about Destiny. Practically knows what's better for the game than Bungie themselves. He's very insightful about the endgame, saying it needs more replayability. You always need to be able to get on and progress, no matter what you're doing. Whether that's in ranks, leaderboards, you always need to be grinding for something to give you a reason to keep logging on after you've hit that max level. He then goes on to talk about exotics and their power fantasies. You want to be powerful while using an exotic. It's called an exotic after all. Players want more explosions, killing things faster, and funner ways of doing things. Exotics shouldn't just be a legendary with a different noise attached to it. They need to be different, exotic feeling, make you feel more powerful. That's what an exotic should be. Last, should random weapon rolls return? This is a controversial one, but personally, I liked it back in Destiny 1 with the random weapon rolls. You're always trying to find that god weapon or find that hidden gem. Now in Destiny 2, every gun has the same perks, so you know it's going to be bad if the previous one was bad. You just dismantle. all your duplicates have no meaning. You can't test if certain perks work on certain guns because you can't. Every gun is pre-rolled, so it kind of makes a lot of them garbage and only a select few any good.
Bungie, please fix your game.
Well, back at it again with PvP problems. Kind of apparent that a lot of people have a problem with the new Crucible.
I mean, like, let's be real. There's so many more problems than we should have right now. People get shot through walls more in this game than any game I've personally ever played in my life. You've been behind the wall for a full second, you're dead! It doesn't matter, why? But can we fix Trials of the 9? Why do we have no mercy? Cards in Trials of the 9 now take about 2 hours on average. Okay, and why am I on radar when I'm halfway across the map from someone? I mean, how could I possibly get a flank without using Night Stalker and going invis, or relying on the enemy team being really bad and unaware of the radar? How could I possibly get a flank when I'm halfway across the map and blip, I'm on their radar? How can I do it? Can we please shorten the radar to allow for people to maneuver around a little bit? I've got an idea. It's a brand new idea. We could have like a ranked playlist and a social playlist. And then the player can play ranked if they want to play against people of similar skill, or social if they just want to mess around, have some beers, or play with their friends. This is a brand new idea that Bungie might like. Wait, I think this was the same idea that they had in Halo 3 when they made that game. Yeah, Bungie made that game. What? Crucible. Oh my god, it makes me want to fall asleep, and I'm so sad I have to say that, but it's true. It's not exciting. There's nothing to do. It's boring. I don't know. And speaking of Halo, okay, one thing they did so right in Halo. So right. You could jump, you could shoot, your bullet goes where you shoot. It was the craziest thing. It's like they understood that by jumping, it was going to be harder to aim, so they rewarded when you aimed well and actually let the bullet travel to where you were aiming. You could jump up, put a snipe reticule on someone's head, pull the trigger, get a head snipe, fall. It was super cool.
Once again, I agree with everything said in the video. It's obvious Destiny 2 Crucible needs a few changes. A lot of us had so much fun in Destiny 1 that it's sad to see Destiny 2 drop the ball on a lot of that. But there is still hope. If we can get Bungie to see these kind of videos, know what the community wants to change, we can really enhance the game and bring it back to that fun state that everyone loved.
I love Destiny 1 so much, and I loved it so much that I could play it non-stop every day, and I don't share that same feeling for D2, so I'm trying to get it back.
Now hats off to Encooch for this one. A Bungie developer tweeted out to the community what they wanted to see in the next DLC. Encooch went and compiled all of the big YouTubers' responses. Let's take a look at them.
A game director who works over at Bungie on Destiny 2 actually tweeted out this morning asking the community for suggestions on what they'd like to see in the first expansion. Now, word for word, Chris said, "What would you most like to see in the first expansion? Hashtag Destiny 2. 5,000 watts. She said, new subclass clusters, more things to chase in the endgame, strike-specific loot, ranked playlists, or even a leaderboard with reward. Unknown player, some weapon sets that have random perk rolls. Fallout plays, private matches, multiple PvP playlists by gameplay, ranked and unranked. We have SRL, for those of you who don't know what that is, that's Sparrow Racing League. We saw that in the Dawning event in Destiny 1. We got exotic swords, a third skill tree branch on each subclass. We have Gathalion with content for more hardcore audience, investment loops that require more time and effort, more loot, random rolls return for some gear, and then he also says private matches and ranked play for dedicated Crucible players, more console, strike specific loot, public event engrams that drop unique armor, weapons for each planet, hoodless hunter scarf, hardcore endgame grind." Retweet, man. Strike specific loot, public engrams that drops specific loot as well would be awesome. I think there just needs to be more loot in general all across the board. Next up, we have Frostbolt, one of my teammates and good friends. He said 1v1 playlist, endgame grind, rank play that is meaningful, PvP rewards to grind for, official leaderboards for PvE and PvP. Next up, we got Willis Gaming, Crucible ranks please, just copy and paste, Halo 3 ranks. Next up, we got Dano. He says a slightly greater focus on the portion of the game after the story is over, and some buffs to exotics. It seems like a few people now have been wanting exotic swords, and now that I think about it, I don't know where the hell the exotic swords went. We also have Little Big Oki here. He says more variations of public events, a reason to play strikes, meaningful endgame collectibles, ranked kiosks, blues into legendaries. Anyways, he says more god-tiered weapons with very low drop rates. Now, next up we have MTash, custom games, spectator mode, ranked play, each game grind, or sorry, end game grind with meaningful gear. Hush, custom private matches. We have ranks, new game modes with free-for-all, 5v5, 8 versus 8, lost sector and strike specific loot, new public events. He's dead on the money on everything. Mill gaming, more replayable content, random rolls on gear, more strikes, public events, strike exclusive gear. Basically just bring the D1 grind back. Could not say it any other way. Wish you luck. Ranked matches, dedicated servers, 500 new weapons, 20 new maps, an actual endgame. Now, I think he's exaggerating a little bit on the 500 new weapons and 20 new maps, but I get where he's coming from. We need a lot more of everything, and that's essentially what we are promised in you know, D1 moving into D2. We are promised more content, and not just more content, more of it, more of everything, and it seems like we didn't get that. We have My Name is Bife, a tab in the menu called Archive. I was about to say Archive. What the hell am I on? Archive, where we get to access all the lore we've collected. And without further ado, here is my top 5 list. At number 1, we have new enemies with a comprehensive story. Number 2, ranked play and competitive playlists with rewards plus private matches. Number 3, we have strike and heroic public event exclusive loot. Number 4, way more subclass customization in terms of the trees and the clusters. And number 5, an all new activity within Destiny 2, possibly something similar to a horde mode, similar to the firefight from Halo.
Well, there's a lot of content creators' views on what needs to change in upcoming Destiny 2. A lot in PvP, basically just Destiny 1 PvP because that was so fun. And for PvE, it needs an actual endgame. You need a reason to log on each time after you've hit the max light. All links to all these videos will be in the description, and I highly recommend watching one by the legend himself. This is the guy who did the world's first Leviathan raid. He knows a lot about the game and just points out how it's really not reaching its full potential. But again, all those links will be in the description. Hopefully we can get Bungie to see this, know what the community actually wants. But anyway, thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you next time.